How do you get rid of all these things here? One easy way is Control A to select all, then press Delete key. It will go. But let me get them back. Control Z. You can also do File, New. And you don't save what you have. Then you got these, fresh one like that. Now let's move on to the next one. The next one, let's drop down to take a look, would allow you to draw perpendicular, parallel, and perpendicular bisector, angle bisector, you name it, all these things here. Okay, so I'd like to show you how to do this. Let's start with a perpendicular line. To draw a perpendicular line, you have to have a perpendicular to something. So let me have a line first. Here we go. Click, click. I have a line. So I want to draw a perpendicular line to this that is going through this point. So it would be something like this, I would think, right? Okay, so how do I do that? Perpendicular line. So here, drop down, choose perpendicular line, and then I choose which point to go through. So I happen to make this one here, but it could have been any place else, I think. If I do it here, here we go. Okay, so you need a point. I take it back. So I want it to go through this. So it nicely snapped, did you see? Let go. So that means if I move this point here now, it will remain perpendicular no matter what. Okay, so now let me, I just showed you how to do it. Let me erase the whole thing by doing Control A and then Delete key. This time I want to have a line segment. And I want to have a perpendicular bisector. I think there was one for it. Yeah, you can automatically do it by choosing these two, but let me do perpendicular line, and I'd like to show you how to do perpendicular bisector. You can, the wrong way is eyeball. I think the bisector is here, and then you draw a perpendicular line to it. Here, let's do it again. So I think there's a middle here. Okay, looks good enough. Then I'm going to do a perpendicular line to, I got to click on the line to be perpendicular to. So here, there we go. And I move it. There we go. Okay, it looks perpendicular line to me. Perpendicular certainly is perpendicular. Let me show you. Now let me choose this. It is perpendicular, right? But it's a bisector. Looks bisector, is it? Kinda goes with it. But how do you know it's a bisector? Let's check. Let's go to 0. Let's go to 6. It's not a bisector. So what I'm getting at is it's not cool to eyeball like that. So let me choose this one here, delete here. Of course, as I said, you could have chosen perpendicular bisector, but I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce you to the midpoint. So you can go here and choose midpoint. And as I choose these two, the midpoint will magically appear for you. 1, 2, there we go. So now you go to perpendicular bisector, choose a line to be perpendicular to, there we go, slide it until you snap on the midpoint. Now that is the midpoint. So click here, and let's check. Go 0 and 10. I'm going to 10 here. So the perpendicular bisector should go through 5 exact, right? Does it? It does. Nice, isn't it? So that's how you do perpendicular bisector, but let me delete this here. But as I said, there is menu. So perpendicular bisector. So choose the endpoint, and you're done.